Welcome back, traders and swing traders. The Stock Planner channel is an education channel. We share our ideas, we learn from each other, and we win for life. Today, I'd like to show you the steps I use to plan out a trade. Particularly, we're looking at Duke Energy, ticker symbol DUK, and I want to show you my option strategy that will put $285 immediately in your pocket, but you might have to give some back. Anyway, let's get started and let me show you how. The first step I go through is to pick a stock, and I use a watch list because I can't know what every company that's listed, and there's 10,000 of them, is doing. I can only know a few. So I work from a watch list of 153 stocks, and oftentimes I'll pick just around 30. Duke happens to be one of my top 30 that I want to trade for the rest of my life. It's a company that I want to own. In TradingView, it's very easy to set up a watch list. And by the way, TradingView is a free tool that anybody can download, and it's very robust. This is TradingView. This is the Duke Energy chart. This is my watch list, and this is my own forever watch list. And then Duke Energy is on that, and it's very easy to create a watch list. And I have various different ones out there. A day trading one when I do day trading, which is not often. Restaurants, energy, utilities, and I'm able to turn on and add a color so that when I do a query, I'm only querying the ones that I want to do. And you can turn the same color on multiple watch lists. Let me just show you an example. This is the TradingView new scanner, and you can put your watch list there. Here's my own forever. And now I'm only going to look at those stocks that are on that list. And then the nice thing about this is you can do queries, technicals. Let's do the RSI, and we want to add that filter, and we want to choose the RSI that's under 40. And there's Duke Energy. And these are stocks that are typically sold or oversold and may be on the way up. A lot of times when people look for stocks that are under 30 and below. Phillips 66, I was just in and had a major loss, $500. So I'm not getting back in there until that might come back around. I also have a trade in Lockheed Martin, but it's not doing that bad. Anyway, you can add as many of these little filters as you want, and scan for your stocks very good and very easy on your watch list. And I mentioned telling the color blue, and there it is. These are all the stocks, the 150 so stocks that I have turned blue. These are across multiple watch lists. In other words, stocks that I know a little bit about and might want to keep an eye out, but are not members of my top 30. That's the list I go to first. Watch lists, very, very important. You can't know 10,000 stocks. And it's very important to know what the company does. Step number 2 is to analyze the direction of the stock. Even though a swing trader looks for reversals, and oftentimes does a mean reversal type situation, once those are identified, we try to capitalize on the trend in between. A swing trader tries to look at the bottoms and tops and that trend in between. And they use indicators like the RSI below a certain point to indicate that reversal. That's what's happening now with Duke Energy. We see that the RSI dropped below the 30 and coming back around. Now, the MACD, which is another indicator that a lot of people use, and they look for the crossovers. There's a crossover here, and that would have been a nice downturn. There's a crossover for an up, and there we go. The MACD has not had a crossover yet. So a smart investor would wait just a little bit, but I'm a long-term investor at the moment because of the elections uncertainties in January and February. I'm going to go a little further out and not do a quick swing trade. Anyway, based on the RSI, I believe that this stock's going to go up. Moving on, step number 3 is to check the analyst sentiment. Those are the experts. They're getting paid to do this. And currently, they're giving Duke Energy a buy. I didn't mention it, but one of the things you must do when you're doing and setting your support and resistance levels and targets, you must identify the trend. And over the last 2 years, Duke Energy has been steadily increasing. It had a bit of a pullback lately, though. But these current analysts, 15 of them, are saying Duke Energy could go up to as high as $139, but currently it's at $107. But the average is around $125, which is a 16% increase over what it is today. Now you have to decide as a trader, do you believe the analyst? And our chart is saying it might go up as well. So far, I'm comfortable with going long. In this step, we mark key levels: resistance, possible support, and no matter where you draw the support line, Duke Energy has broken that support. Let's take a look a little deeper. So the reason why I drew a support line here is this reversal, but you can easily draw that line down a little further, and you got 2 points. This is a zigzag indicator, by the way, and it plots the tops and bottoms perfectly. Boy, if we could just use that zigzag indicator to trade with. But the problem with it is it draws these lines only after it knows exactly what it's doing. If you look very closely, the last 2 days, Duke Energy has gone up. The zigzag thinks it's going down. And now, right now, it does not know what it's doing. And that's the time I like to trade. When the zigzag doesn't know what it's doing, that's a sign that, hey, I'm not going to say anything until I'm sure and use the future data to plot these lines. So when it doesn't know what it's doing, that's when I think maybe a reversal is going to happen. Anyway, it's broken support over the last 5 days, which would indicate further downside. However, the last 2 days, Duke Energy has done pretty well. It seems to be moving up, and maybe it'll revert back to the mean of 110. Anyway, I do think this Duke Energy is going to go up over the next 2 to 3 months. And if I could find something around the 110 range, in other words, if the price stays above 110 in the next 2 to 3 months, I think I'm going to have a winner at my hand. Because look, this chart, Duke Energy has spent a lot of time in between these two support and resistance levels. A lot of time between 110 and 120. That seems to indicate that's where it wants to be. So we've identified the support and resistance levels. We used RSI to identify our entry level. We used the support and resistance as our entry and exit points. So we know where we want to be with this stop. Let us see if we can find an option trade. And that's step 5, plan the option trade. And I use a free tool called Option Strat to help me plan out. It's fantastic. Entering the ticker symbol, the expiration, 121 days out. Our strategy is a bull put spread, where you sell a option and you buy one at a lesser value for insurance. The tool will tell you what your credit's going to be, your max loss, and your break even. And then tells you if you want to get out anytime earlier, and the price is, let's say, 116, and you're January 29th, you're expecting to get about 150 for this trade. So the nice thing about options, you can always close them out anytime, or you can roll them up. Selling vertical calls and puts for credit really does align with my trading and type of trading I do, which is swing trading and not necessarily looking for profit today or tomorrow, but longer terms. Let me go in more detail now. Well, there's lots of things you can do with this tool. These are all the strategies that you can actually do, and the ones I use mostly is I sell a bull put spread, which are credit spreads, versus debit spreads, which you have to pay. This money goes right in your pocket. And a lot of people trade iron butterflies and iron condors. I like the broken wing strategy as well. But you select your strategy you want. The green is in for a bullish strategy. You select the month, and we want to be above 110. So there we go, 110. We're selling a put and buying a put at 105. The margin is $500, and immediately you get $235 in your pocket. This is a little different than the previous slide because I did that earlier in the morning. Duke Energy is going up. and so we're getting a little less spread at the moment. If we had caught it, this is mid-morning. If we had caught it first thing is at the open, we would have got a little more. I think it was 285. So we lost $50 by waiting. The options market thinks this stock will go up about 11%, which is the expected move. And if it does go up to 11%, this is your win line here. And of course, January 29th, if it does go up, you're expecting to get about $160, $170. And using good risk management, you don't want to go the same percentage. So let's just say around 9%. And here would be your expected loss, which is 181, 161, and 176. So if you lose and things go down, you're going to lose $161. And if things go up, it's going to be 176. And remember, when things start moving in your direction, these numbers start coming down. It all depends on the time of day. Reminder, break even is 107. So you're taking a long position, and the thing is 107 is your break even, somewhere around there. And you expect this stock to go up there, or at least here, over the next 121 days, out to April 17th. April 17th, there's March. That's a lot of time. April 17th. So, yeah, it definitely can get up there. It definitely can be in here somewhere, ending up. And you can remember that you can take profit anytime you're showing a profit, and you can minimize your loss at any time. Again, this was an early morning slide, 285. But you can see that I picked a strategy that it's easy to implement, that aligns with my way I trade. I run a business besides doing some day trading and some swing trading. I just don't have time to sit in front of the computer all the time. When I do day trading, it's usually raining outside. My business is an outdoor business, so I can't be in front of the computer all day. So swing trading and trading like this, 30 days to 120 days out, really does work for me. When you trade, all you can do is hope you're right. This fits in what I just said. You have to give the trade time to work, especially when you can't sit in front of the computer all day. And especially since I'm unsure about what the new administration is going to do for the stock market. But I do believe utility stocks will fare fairly well. There's lots of people that trade options, giving themselves 1 and 2 days. I believe in giving the trade time to work. So step 7 is set your stop losses and targets. And I can do that by alerts. I do a spreadsheet, a Google sheet that tells me when the hits a profit target or a stop loss. You can actually physically set them, but you got to know what they are. And our stop loss is at $98. Remember, we want to be 110 and above, and our target price is 119. Well, the last step is to execute and monitor. You set your alerts, you manage this according to your plan, you roll up, close out as needed. This is not a set and forget. As long as this trade stays above 107, we have a winner on our hands. We can make up to $200, which is our expected win. If you're one of those people that want to make $100 a day or $100 a month or $1,000 a month, you need to be able to understand how this trade fits in with that overall goal. And I'm expecting this to give us around $200. I'm expecting this stock to reverse and go up. This trade cost me $500 in margin. So if I have $5,000 in my account, I can do 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these. And at 7 of them at $200 will give me my approximately $1,000 a month. And I can get whatever this car is. That's not a Lamborghini, but whatever. That's a nice car. Anyway, if you're on a road to riches, doing vertical credit spreads can help. You must learn it and do your own due diligence, but that roadmap that you plan out for yourself will lead to a lifetime of wealth. And step number 10 is to review and join a Discord group. Leave a comment in the description below. Share your plan. There's a place on TradingView to share ideas. Get engaged. And don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel and my free Discord. That's all I've got for you. Happy trading. We'll catch you on the flip.